Have you ever wondered why those who are closest to you can sometimes seem like your greatest adversaries? Or have you thought about why people who once hurt you can, over time, transform into figures of great importance and affection? How can relationships shift so dramatically in the grand scheme of life? Why does it seem like love and hate often dance in a delicate, interconnected balance? Is it just coincidence, or is there a deeper wisdom at play? Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today, we are diving deep into the fascinating realm of reincarnation and the intricate relationships between loved ones and enemies, as taught in Buddhist philosophy. It's a thought-provoking journey that challenges our conventional views on love, hatred, and the people who play significant roles in our lives. We often see relationships in black and white terms. Loved ones are good, enemies are bad. But as we'll discover today, the world of reincarnation offers a different perspective, one that reveals how these roles can shift and evolve over time. In this video, we are going to explore a profound teaching by the great Tibetan Buddhist master, Khenpo Rinpoche. He reminds us that in the cycle of reincarnation, there is no absolute loved one, and there is no absolute enemy. This powerful statement helps us reconsider the labels we place on the people in our lives, and encourages us to adopt a more compassionate and expansive view of relationships. We'll take a deep dive into the Buddhist wisdom surrounding karma, reincarnation, and how the intricate web of life influences our connections with others. By the end of this video, you'll have a clearer understanding of how to approach relationships, whether with family, friends, or those you may consider enemies, from a more enlightened perspective. To begin, let's look at the idea of reincarnation in Buddhism. Reincarnation is not merely a cycle of life and death, it's the ongoing journey of the soul, traversing different lifetimes, accumulating karma, and forming relationships based on past actions. These relationships are not fixed, they evolve, change, and transform. In one lifetime, someone might be your best friend, while in another, they might be your greatest foe. This fluidity of relationships challenges the way we view people. We tend to categorize others based on their current behavior toward us, but the truth is that these roles, loved ones and enemies, are not permanent. The teachings of karma play a key role in understanding these transformations. According to Buddhist doctrine, every action we take, every word we speak, and every thought we have creates karma, either positive or negative. This karma doesn't just influence our current life, it carries over into future ones as well. The people you meet in this life, whether they are close to you or far from you, are there because of the karmic ties you've built with them in previous lives. And now, let's think about those people who might be labeled as enemies. Often, we see these individuals as obstacles or sources of suffering, but from a Buddhist perspective, they may have once been close to us in a past life. The pain they cause in this life might be a result of past actions, or it could be a karmic debt that needs to be resolved. This understanding allows us to approach these relationships with greater compassion, as we realize that the people who challenge us the most might be part of our soul's journey to growth and resolution. A famous story from Buddhist teachings illustrates this idea. In one lifetime, a monk was deeply harmed by a person who had once been his close companion. In his anger, the monk wished for revenge, but through his practice and reflection, he began to understand that the person who caused him harm was actually a key figure in his past life, a person he had wronged. The pain he was experiencing in the present was the result of his past actions, and he began to forgive. Through this forgiveness, he was able to release the negative karma that had tied them together, and he could move forward, unburdened by the anger that had once defined their relationship. What does this story teach us? It shows us that the relationships we have in this life are often the continuation of a much longer journey, one that transcends the boundaries of time and space. Loved ones and enemies are not distinct categories, they are two sides of the same karmic coin. By understanding this, we can begin to free ourselves from the rigid notions of us and them and see others as fellow travelers on the same path of spiritual growth. In Buddhism, the concept of emptiness plays an important role in understanding the nature of relationships. Emptiness means that everything, including our perceptions of others, is impermanent and constantly changing. The identities we cling to, whether as someone's loved one or their enemy, are not fixed, they are fluid, shaped by the changing conditions of karma and circumstances. When we understand the emptiness of these labels, we can stop holding on to the past and start building more harmonious relationships in the present. But how does this understanding of reincarnation and karma affect our daily lives? How can we apply this wisdom to our relationships right now, whether with family members, friends, or even people we perceive as adversaries? The answer lies in cultivating compassion, patience, and forgiveness. When we see others not as fixed entities, but as beings in the midst of their own karmic journey, we begin to treat them with greater kindness and understanding. Even those who challenge us the most are simply reflecting aspects of our own karmic past, and by forgiving them, we can also begin to heal ourselves. Let's take a moment to reflect on a real-life example. Many people find it difficult to forgive others who have hurt them, especially if that person has caused deep emotional pain. But when we view the situation through the lens of karma and reincarnation, we can begin to understand that the actions of others are often a reflection of the unresolved karmic ties between us. By forgiving, we break the cycle of negative karma and create the space for healing and transformation. This is not only an act of kindness toward the other person, but also an act of self-liberation. We can also apply this understanding to our relationships with loved ones. In Buddhist teachings, we are reminded that attachment is the root of suffering. While it's natural to love and care for others, when we become too attached, we risk clinging to an idealized version of them that may not align with their true nature. By recognizing the impermanence of our relationships and cultivating a sense of detachment, we can love others without becoming overly dependent on them for our happiness. This doesn't mean withdrawing or rejecting others, but rather loving them without conditions and without expectations. In the next section, we will dive deeper into the teachings of detachment and how to cultivate balanced relationships in light of karma and reincarnation. We will also explore how to develop the wisdom to navigate the shifting nature of relationships and how to bring about healing in our connections with others, whether they are our loved ones or those we may perceive as enemies. Thank you for watching this video. I hope this exploration into the subtle relationships between loved ones and enemies in the cycle of reincarnation has given you valuable insights. Remember, the people we encounter in this life, whether they bring us joy or challenge us, are part of our karmic journey. By embracing the teachings of compassion, forgiveness and wisdom, we can transform our relationships and ultimately our destinies. If you've experienced a shift in your own relationships or have any thoughts to share, we would love to hear from you in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video with others who may benefit from these teachings. Your support is greatly appreciated, and we look forward to sharing more wisdom with you in future videos.